Today is Friday, June 6, 2025. Almost 8 a.m. in the morning time here in the San Gabriels. And, we go to the markets, we buy food. We go to the restaurants, we buy food. But do we actually think about the trucking business? I think some time ago I mentioned somewhere along the line about some trucking company going out of business. But we know that if trucking is not at the ports because of tariffs, then we know there's a problem. Or if longshoremen strikes and all that type of stuff affects trucking, we know there's a problem. We know there's a problem because the big trucks, the really big trucks, some of them got 2 or 3 big trailers, double trailers, triple trailers, depending on what highway they're on and in what state. But the problem is that some of them are having problems staying in business. There are quite a few of them that, maybe a few, that have filed bankruptcy. And one of the bigger ones, logistics. The reason why I know that one is because I read about it, but I see it on the road. You always see something that says logistics, and you know it's a trucking company because of the name. Well, they're having problems. They're having problems with, I can't say foot traffic, but anyway, they talk about trucking in ways that sometimes it could be hard to understand. But I can understand freight issues, things costing more to ship from coast to coast. I can understand that. But logistics and other trucking companies are having problems. In fact, there's one trucking company that is not filing bankruptcy at all. They're just going out of business. And the guy just wants to retire. I wrote down the name wrong, so I can't read it. But it's an express company. I've probably seen them on the road. You've probably seen them on the road. They're just like logistics. It's just a name to you. It probably got license plates from one state to the next. Now we know that some of these products are being picked up at train locations, train depot, and then loaded onto trucks for local transport. But the many services that these trucks offer, some of the products we know about. That I wrote down. Kraft Heinz, Vlasic. You know Kraft Heinz, the ketchup. That's what we basically think about, ketchup. Vlasic pickles, Vlasic. Hershey's candy, Hershey's products, Hershey's cooking products, Nestle's cooking products, Tyson Foods, Hillshire. We know about Hillshire Farms. We go into the meat section, packaged sausages, ground beef, ground turkey, all sorts of other meat products. Kroger grocery store? How about Hostess and Sara Lee? We haven't heard those names in quite some time. But these trucking companies, those are the products that they deliver, including dairy products. And many times those tractor trailers are refrigerated. And sometimes we see them when they, all of a sudden, because of the wind or some other reason, the weather, that they turn over on the sides and a lot of products spill over. But trucking is having problems. Some of them are filing bankruptcy. They're like that one express company where the guy is just simply going out of business. He's tired. He's going to retire. And most of these truckers, when they do go out of business, not all of them, but they do express that some of them are getting severance pay, some of them getting their retirement checks, or whatever it is. But it seems like they're setting the tone right as far as people finding employment elsewhere or can't work elsewhere for now because they are getting some sort of financial stability, not just thrown out into the woods. But I went to Jokers Coffee. Jokers Coffee. And this is Vietnamese iced coffee. Really sweet. And I can taste the coffee. Vietnamese coffee. Strong but sweet, but very good. And of course, I am going to also finish eating my breakfast with my egg and cheese with onions. Can't take it apart. Egg and cheese with onion. Bagel. I'll see you. I'll see you in my next video. We need truckers. They do affect how we shop and how we also eat. With the new trucking business, those who are just starting a trucking business, will they fare better in today's market for the next 30, 40, 50 years? While some of the older ones or startups are having a hard time because they've been around for a long time. We'll find out. Because the economic climate is always changing. Talk to you later.